Alright guys, we're going to give this first game a try. We are going to go first. I guess we'll keep this hand looking pretty good. We got 2 spell bombs, we've got 3 colors, so we will not mulligan down there. We can start off big here, throwing down spell bombs. If my opponent goes, I think I'm going to attempt to just throw out a spell bomb here. We'll start with Pyrite, and then see if we can't throw it in his face next turn, get a little of that damage started. The key here is going to be, since we already have the spell bombs, we don't need the Trinket Mage, obviously, to find those, and we're going to instead want to be looking for our Leonins and whatnot to get the returns going. So now we have the opportunity here on the land. We'll do 2 to the opponent, and we'll throw that down. I'm sure some people will argue that you could wait till your opponent's turn there, in case you needed to use that shock on something else. You know, 1 island here, not really sure what the opponent's playing, if, you know, it's Delver of some sorts. Your Shimmering Grotto, maybe he... Oh yeah, Prism, this is going to be some sort of, is it post, or various post. Alright, we're going to throw down Trinket Mage here. We got land, so we don't really need one. I think what I'm going to look for instead, we'll look for the Bone Splitter. I think getting some damage in fast will be great here. Next turn, we'll hopefully be able to ninja in. We'll see what he has. If this is it post, they get a lot of opportunities through burn spells to finish you off, even after you ninja in, or even beforehand. Oh, Electromancer. Interesting. So maybe it isn't it post. So I can attack through here. I face the opportunity that he may decide to block. I don't think that hurts me any, because I can just replay, play the Gargoyle on its own at this point in time. And if he chooses not to block, which I imagine he wouldn't, because you play something like the Electromancer, you want its effect to be on the field. So hopefully he does not block this. Oh, does he have a burn? Ooh, Devour Flesh. I could take the opportunity here to use Aether Spellbomb and return it to my hand and replay. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to gain any life, but he is saving himself 2 damage. I am going to get this Trinket Mage back into play like it didn't happen. What do we want this time? We have land number 5 in hand, so that's not so terrible. Let's go with the other Pyrite Spellbomb. Give us an opportunity here to do some extra damage, get those going. So this is an interesting, maybe some kind of Grix control. Grixis. Red, blue, black control. Having played... Ooh, Nightscape Familiar. Oh, I wonder if this is some kind of variation on Temporal Fissure. If he's running Electromancers plus Nightscape Familiars. That would be kind of cool, actually. I'd like to see where this is going. Could be a lot of fun. I think if it is some kind of Temporal Fissure variant, we are not looking so great. Going to again attempt to attack through here and see if we can't ninja in. Usually the trick to beating a Fissure version is the fact that you can... I can't block. Alright, that's fine. The fact that you can basically handle living off of just 2 lands. If you can handle to live off 2 lands, then you're going to be in a pretty good position. I'm not sure this deck can maintain that. But we'll get the Gargoyle into play here and look to return the Spellbomb. Got to keep in mind too the fact that this Familiar regenerates. Mana Leak. Alright, okay. I'm not going to pay the 3, but we are going to put the Pyrite Spellbomb into play. And probably look for an opportunity actually here to get rid of this Nightscape Familiar. If I can find him in a situation where he doesn't have mana available to regenerate that, I'm probably going to take the opportunity to try and kill it off. He's into 2 cards in hand. He's really going to need himself some added draw there to really get things going. I think I could hardcast the Ninja here. If he has a counterspell, I can't do anything. Let me just throw these artifacts in then. We will chance this. No opportunity here just yet to use this spell bomb. So we are just going to attempt to put these artifacts into play and see what other creatures we can come into. I would like to at least have mana available to pay the 3 if he does have more mana leaks on the ninja. That may be a little bit too defensive. I'm really getting to a point here too. This is going to suck. I say I wanted to wait for Spell Bomb to try and kill off that Nightscape Familiar, but that's not going to give me a lot of opportunities here as he gets more and more land. And unfortunately, I'm getting more and more land as well. May have to take the chance to just sacrifice this Spell Bomb and draw a card. Let's do that. I think it's more beneficial to us to try and draw here. Ugh, ninja. Alright, well let's try hard casting this. At the worst case, he has a kill spell or a counter spell, and we're reducing it out of his hand. He's only got 2 cards, so that puts us in a pretty good position. And we'll end turn with attaching the Bone Splitter. Let's see what he has going on. Not too worried about a storm when your hand size is that small. So I don't know if maybe it is just a 3-color control deck. Alright, so let's keep this open real quick so we can remind ourselves that he still has that Firebolt in play. We're going to again attempt to put a ninja in. This time at least we'll have mana available to momentary blink this when he tries to flash back that Firebolt, and it's going to get it out of the way. I think we should open our graveyard as well so we can see what spell bombs we have available to us. Really need to get into some of our draw here because it's getting a little slow on our end as well. I think this could definitely come down to who has the opportunity to draw cards faster. So we are going to blink this to keep it alive, see what he has going on. 2 cards still in hand. He could definitely have a counterspell available for that, which would cost us the blink and the ninja. Yep. Alright, I'm still a little okay with that. It does, again, get that out of his hand. So we've gotten rid of the mana leak from his hand. We've gotten rid of the flashback there on that Firebolt as well. Damage is not something we're going to be too critical of because of the fact that we can, obviously recover from that with our own life gain. Scred is great here, but because of the fact that it only does damage to a creature, it's not going to help us out here thanks to this regeneration. Delver. Alright, well we at least have a target now for that. Oh, this is tough. Definitely land flooded here. Let's see if he gets the chance to flip Delver. Ugh, Firebolt. Alright, we're going to just take this opportunity. I'm going to get that Delver off the field. 1 damage a turn is not so bad. Even 4 damage a turn is not going to be game ending, but I still want to take the chance to get that off. And does he have another counterspell? He's taken an awful lot of time thinking about this. Does he have it? He's got to have it. Yeah. Alright, well. Oh, Ghostly Flicker. Interesting. Okay. I guess at the very least it turns the Delver over again. He drew a card off the Prism. We know 1 card in his hand is going to be a Firebolt. So we need really a Muldrifter here to get things going in our direction once again. Another Nightscape Familiar. Ah, thank the Lord. Alright. Let us attempt to do this. He is going to have the ability to kill this off of Firebolt, but we also have an opportunity to blink, hopefully, in response to that. So we'll see where things go from here. Also can use it to block a Delver, and in response, to blocking, just prevent the damage by blinking it and drawing extra cards again, which is fantastic. This is where we're going to start getting things back underway if we can rebuild our hand. Looks like he is not so well off as far as card draw is concerned. So, flashback, momentary blink. Draw 2 cards off of that. Oh, unless I guess he has another mana leak. a counter of some sort. He can obviously still flash that back to kill the Muldrifter, but we are going to at least have some cards in hand as a result, saying as long as this is not countered. Alright, well, if he has a counter spell, he chooses not to use it. Steam Core Weird is going to be great. That gives us an opportunity to get rid of that Delver. Hopefully he uses this opportunity to flash back the Firebolt. I think I am semi-okay with him using the rest of his turn to do that, to kill off the Muldrifter. I think that is not a huge loss. Obviously, you know, the card draw is great, and if we had more blinks, it would be fantastic there as well. But we're still, I think, looking decent for making a comeback here. Again, life is not so critical to us because we do get a little life gain. And now we have an opportunity to kill off a Nightscape Familiar. Really could use me an Electrickery here. Alright, so we'll play the land, we'll play the weird. We will use this weird opportunity to kill off Delver, I believe. Because I think getting that off the board before that gets too crazy is a good idea. We only have, interestingly enough, we'll play the Trinket Mage because I want to thin out the deck a little bit, but there should, I believe, be only one artifact left for us to find, which is a little unfortunate. But we will not... Oh, Great Furnace is in there as well. Okay, so we're not so worried about that. I'm going to play the Spell Bomb. I'm going to leave white mana available if I decide to gain life, and we're going to attach the Bone Splitter here to the Steam Core Weird. And later on, we can look for an opportunity to get the Longbow into action as well. Getting that attached was not so critical right now, I think, because of the fact that, you know, this is a great opportunity to get rid of those familiars, but it really can't do a lot for me since both of my creatures had Summoning Sickness, and they could not activate the Longbow on that turn. So, again, I think it is a great position for us because our opponent is down to one card in hand. Any kind of control deck, no matter what color, you want cards. And it seems to be something that he does not have right now. Is going to make a play here, however. Oh, wall coming down, that's great for him. He is going to get back the Ghostly Flicker and can start comboing that off. Great for him, not so great for us. But we'll see if we can't make something happen here. If we get a little bit of evasion, I think we will get at least a decent opportunity to start getting through some damage. He has a lot of opportunity here to use that, obviously in a defensive manner, you know, block with something and then blink it, get some card draw going off of the prisms or whatever he needs to do. I think we're going to take this opportunity here to draw a card actually off the Sunbeam Spellbomb. Alright, good stuff. So we finally get our first Squire. That can come down. And we can use this to get back a Pirate Spellbomb. No, does he have... If he has another mana leak, we have plenty of mana to pay for it and play the Spellbomb. No, actually, I take that back. He has one card in hand. It's Ghostly Flicker. So I'm not sure exactly what he is waiting for. Alright, so we're going to use this, get back the Pirate Spellbomb. I'm actually in a pretty good place here to just use that to burn him down. Obviously can't kill off the wall with 2 damage. Familiars can't be killed really because he has the mana to regenerate those. So I'm not going to be so concerned about that. I might just throw that in his face, because whatever damage I can get through is going to be beneficial at this point in time. Alright, I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to throw out the Trinket Mage, use it to fetch out our last artifact, which will be the Furnace. Get that in play, and we have enough mana to attach the bow to one of these guys here. Alright, we're going to put that down and still have mana available to use that Spellbomb. I'm going to actually put this bow on, I guess, this Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage is usually a better option, or even the Steam Core Weird, for the bow as opposed to the Leonin, because of the fact that if you had a blink in hand, you want to blink that, and so you kind of don't have the opportunity to keep it in play. No real thing going on here. Okay, he's going to blink. But if I attack, I really can't do anything. He can simply block with one of these Nightscape Familiars and regenerate. I really don't have many opportunities here to get anything going. I guess I could... Let's minimize this, getting a little in the way. I could use a Spell Bomb. He has 2 regenerations, basically, off of the land he has available. So I don't think it really gets me any benefit to get the Spell Bomb to do damage to him. I'm sorry, one of his creatures, as well as blocking. So I think we're just going to leave everybody home at the end of this turn. Just because there's no benefit, he can simply block and take no damage. Alright, I'm going to minimize his graveyard. Let's bring ours back up and let's just change the sizes so we know where we're looking at here. Sometimes feel like there's just not enough room on this screen. So I guess this is the draw engine that he has in mind, is the reuse of the wall plus flicker combo here. A little bit slow. I don't have any form of Grave Hate to do anything with it. I guess there I could have gotten rid of one of the familiars. No, it would reduce... No, I still couldn't do it. He could have used that again, I believe, to draw more cards. But let's see what kind of win condition he has going on here, because he's not running posts, obviously. He can't expect to win the game off of just these familiars. He's hopefully got something else going on, or he's not going to be able to get through on this. Some life gain or something. End of turn here, we're going to do 3 damage to him. 1 off of the longbow, and 1... Okay, well, not end of turn here. We'll have to use this right now. But 1 off of the longbow and 1 off of the Pyrite Spellbomb. Stagger Shock, going to kill that off. I think if he was smarter about this, he would have used that on the Leonin. Knowing that I have blinks and I can reuse that ability, I think that would have been a much better target. He does get to use it again. He does have 2 other cards in hand, so maybe he has some other answer for the Leonin at this point in time. Two cards. One is Ghostly Flicker, another Prism. Alright, we're just going to take this opportunity to burn him so I can F6 through whatever he's got going on here. Because he's clearly going to take a little while to think about it. So like I said, if he doesn't have... I mean, that's kind of one of the great things about the Ghostly Flicker combo when it comes to the 8 post matches, is that they have the Glimmer Post to get the extra life to kind of establish the win condition, or at least pause for enough time for that to happen. If he doesn't have any life gain or any flyers, blockers for flyers, this could get ugly quick. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that that is the case. Alright, there is the second Stagger Shock. It's definitely what I said. I think it should have definitely targeted down that Squire. So he did have a second one there to take care of that. When those come back next turn, obviously the Trinket Mage will be dead. Ugh, more land. Alright, we're way flooded here. But we're going to take this opportunity, attach it to the Steam Core Weird, because the Trinket Mage is simply going to die. And we have nothing else going on. Again, no point to attack through. I'm going to do no damage. Might as well wait until the following turn. And he's going to sit here and flicker a couple of times. This is where this can get kind of monotonous. Maybe we'll drag this down so we can see what his clock is at. Because this is going to get draining real fast. Maybe he will deck himself at this rate. Who knows? I guess the plus side of drawing all this land is that the more land we draw, the decrease the odds that we'll draw more after that. I don't know. Drawing more cards, and he has opportunities to keep doing this. Alright, here comes the rebounds. He could use both here to target down the Steam Core Weird and kill that off completely, or he could split it, do 2 to the face, and oh, it does look like he's going to attempt to take down the Weird. Alright. So we'll let the 2 go. I'm not going to tap it until after that second one comes in, just in case. Just in case he decides to change his mind. This way we kind of force him that he has to use the second one on the Weird if he wants it to die. Alright, we got nothing going on. Let's just F6 this turn. Alright, yeah, I guess these familiars are his win condition. He's going to attack through. I'm going to block. He's going to regenerate that Nightscape familiar. Doesn't really seem like he's got anything else. The biggest creature I've seen is those Electromancer. Oh, I guess the Delvers. If he gets a Delver in and can get it flipped. Alright, Electrickery to finish off my Trinket Mage. Am I really going to get beat down by familiars? This is going to be sad. Oh, there's the Electromancer. Well, hopefully we can find another Leonin or maybe a Gargoyle, and then we can take care of that right away. It's one of these things, if we do use those, he has enough mana, obviously, to blink it and prevent the damage. I think I'm going to hardcast this here just because it gives me a blocker for that 2/2. Really slow. Drives me nuts. I should have set the slower clock. That's why I tend to run 15-minute clocks when I play in the casual room. But I think I'm going to hardcast this. This at least gives me an opportunity to block the Electromancer. It's really tough here because I can recur the Spellbomb combo, but he's got that Ghostly Flicker combo basically locked up at this point in time and can use it to protect anything he's got here. It almost seems more worthwhile to me to reuse the Spellbomb in order to do damage to him directly. So he's taking the opportunity right now to do this combo. I don't know if he's looking for a counterspell maybe. Not really sure what the benefit is to doing that right then. Alright, well, I guess I will take this. Terrible. Rift Watcher goes in. Gonna wait some more. Again, I don't know if he has a hard counter. If he does have a mana leak, I have plenty of mana available to pay that 3. So we will go up in life here. I'm going to attach the Bone Splitter to the Muldrifter here, just to try and balance things out a little bit. Give him dual threats. Alright, let's see what he has going on. Really could use some of these blinks at this point in time. Teachings. Alright. What is he going to find? Stagger Shock. Okay. So he's going to use that to kill off the Muldrifter, obviously. Still at least leaves me with a blocker here on the Rift Watcher. I mean, I will give him credit. This is a very interesting deck that he's got going on here. Wastes a lot of time, but at least you see when he has these familiars and the Electromancer into play, he's going to be able to reuse that ability to Ghostly Flicker for a single blue mana every turn. So I mean, it's basically an unlimited number of pay a blue, draw a card at instant speed. For whatever that's worth. The one thing it does kind of balance out with is it's going to take a lot of time off the clock. As you see here, he's dropping already below 14 minutes. Second Electromancer, well, I mean, we have one block here off of the Rift Watcher to trade there. If he does not have a kill spell. Yep, Devour Flesh. Alright, well, we're going to gain some life. That's going to at least give us an opportunity here to gain some life and cancel out one of the attacks. I really don't understand why someone would use Devour Flesh over an Edict. Piece of advice, don't do that. You're just giving me opportunities to gain life here. The only benefit that has is if you're playing against Burn and you want to target yourself. But that's not something here that is really going to be troublesome. Alright, well, we have Skred, which gives us a kill on the board. I think what the play here is he's going to Ghostly Flicker to draw a card, and I think in response I attempt to Skred the wall, which would end his combo. Does he have no Teachings in his graveyard? 2 cards in hand. Let's see if he has an out for this. Hopefully he does not, and that shakes things up a little bit. This might be our only answer to this combo here. He's really thinking hard over here. Oh, and it goes through. Excellent. I'm guessing that he has probably another wall in his deck somewhere. And at 25 cards, he's likely to come into it sometime soon. But it does at least clear that off for now. Give us a little bit of breathing room, though we are still going to be on a 2-turn clock, having to take 6 next turn. I'm surprised he had Forbidden Alchemy and didn't attempt to use that in response. Maybe he already has another wall in his hand. Game's pretty well in his court at this point in time. This is definitely his match to lose. Only thing I think saves us is a top deck into Rift Watcher, and that might only be just delaying the inevitable. We top deck into Rift Watcher, it'll put us up to 7. Allows us an opportunity to block 1 creature next turn, which means we would take 4. 5 if Delver doesn't flip. Drop us to 2. And land. Okay. So that's going to be game. We definitely got a little bit land flooded there, and that did not help us any. Let's see what we had coming up. Drawing into so much. I mean, land is important in this deck, but we just had so much land at this point in time. And you see what we're sitting on. We were way flooded and needed more spells than that. Especially the blinks and the squires. We only came into 1 squire, and that didn't help us very much. But that's okay. It's nice to at least see someone with a creative deck. We're going to jump into another game here real quick.